50 Cent in the game? I don't want to say regret, but did you ever say, damn, we could have just smashed the whole game?
I never said it once. I don't give a fuck who it is. I would have told my mama this. 50 had beef with Fat Joe and Kiss and Nas. Kiss was my nigga. And if we're talking about crack, nigga, no way. I'm gonna look Kiss in the eye, bro. I sat there, 24 years old, bro, and I could not go against our friendship. I wasn't gonna do that, bro. I didn't give a fuck. I really appreciated you coming to grab me, taking me to YO, and giving me experience that I can never forget, bro. It happened before the other shit happened.
You know that I never knew that was the real reason.
We might got a bigger bone to pick with Flex, because he set me up with the question.
Wow.
The nigga angered at me. Flex was like, so, 50 got beef with Kiss, he got beef with Nas, he got beef with Joe. I said, nah, I cut him off. I was like, nah, they non-negotiable. 50 heard it and said, yeah, game ain't in the group. I didn't feel no way about it.
What happened on the radio live?
Hey, it happened the same day, nigga. Later on, I see Joe and 50 squash it. Yo, I'm like, no way, they're friends. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm your brother forever. But if you know anything about 50, I can say this because that was my friend. And 50 is a genius. He a fucking asshole. He's a troll. One day, me and 50, we just gonna go behind the thing as like brothers and I gotta get it in with him just one time to see if he really built like that. What? I fuck with him. So no, I'm just saying. I feel you. Today, there's no game in 50 anything.
Now, how much of that do y'all think is cap? And how much do you believe what he's saying? I believe the sentiment altogether, and I always have. I understand loyalty. I understand your alignment with this person. But that's kind of what's going on now with this 50 Cent T.I. situation that's been going on throughout his career is if I'm working with you and you put me in a position to win, I'm loyal to you, definitely. But for me to just automatically be ops with some of the same people that have shown me love, you understand what I'm saying? Just because you are, when you turn around and probably going to end up making up with them anyway, because your beef not even really with them. Your beef, 50 Cent's beef with Fat Joe and Jadakiss was the same reason why he's posting up tiny memes right now. Because they had a song with Ja Rule called New York. That's the only reason he went at Jada and Joe. And I remember Joe had a mixtape called, or the album called The Elephant in the Room, and 50 and G Unit dropped The Elephant in the Sand with a picture of Fat Joe at the beach mixtape. That was hilarious. But 50 trying to go at Jada and the Locks, nah, it wasn't. It was not happening. It wasn't happening. See, the difference is the Locks was a brotherhood. That was a trio. They came up together. It's not like Styles and Sheek ended up being signed to Jada's label, and then Jada said, okay, now I'm beefing with 50. Now y'all have to go respond to him too. And even if that was the case, whole labels would beef with you back in the day. So it's not far-fetched. That's why I'm saying I don't blame Game for how he felt about that situation, because I'm like, damn, that is a tough spot. It's not even like this is just some nigga that you don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? These are legends in the hip hop game, and they've even shown me love. And then the key thing that he said is the reason why I don't pick sides when it come to people. And some people be like, oh, you playing the fence. No, I'm not playing no fence. I'm loyal to myself. If I'm cool with you and I'm cool with that person and you and that person have an issue, even if I'm cooler with you, that's y'all's issue. Now, if I'm involved in it in some kind of way, or that person really did some fucked up shit to you, that's one thing. But if you beefing with that person because they cool with another person, now you want me to beef with that person because I'm cool with another person that's beefing with them for a stupid reason, I'm not playing them type of games. That's childish as shit. You feel me? Then y'all make up, but now niggas is still beefing with me because I was beefing with them because you was beefing with them. But now you squashed it. But I done already went off and said all the wild shit and did all the wild shit that I'ma do because I'm loyal to you. You see how stupid all of this is? This is why grown men need to grow up in hip hop And niggas is 50 years old, 45, 50 years old, still on the same bullshit. And for what? For a little bit of clout? Well, that's the reason why I'm selling my Clout Cane t-shirts, because attention is the world's newest and deadliest addiction. And you can get your Clout Cane t-shirts by clicking below and ordering from my merch store. But when it comes to this Game and 50 Cent situation, like I said, I definitely felt where Game was coming from. I think that Game was talented enough to where he could continue on and had, you know, a successful career. Now, would he have been more successful if he stayed aligned with 50 and G-Unit? And yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. Game jumped the line for real, because Lloyd Banks was supposed to be up next. But see, Game being from Cali, being from Compton, when he got with Dre obviously took him under their wing. So instead of it being Lloyd Banks next, it was Game next. So I know that there was a little bit of, I don't know how much resentment was there, but it was definitely somewhat of like a competition type situation. And it was like, damn, it's supposed to be me, but it's this guy instead kind of thing that was going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into this. But again, just for the alignment, because now the two main niggas that was out, because when G-Unit first came out, not when it started, I'm talking about when the first G-Unit album dropped, Yayo wasn't even on that jump. You know what I'm saying? He was locked up. So even though he was already G-Unit, 50 really debuted G-Unit with Lloyd Banks and Young Buck. And he ain't cool with neither one of them no more. You don't see neither one of them no more around this nigga. So at some point, if you fall out with everybody, the common denominator in all of our relationships and business dealings is us. If we constantly have the same results in life, typically that means that it's something that we do. Now, has that worked for 50? Has he gotten far in his career and done amazing things? Absolutely. So if it worked for him, hey, who am I to say that it's wrong or right? I'm just stating the facts for what it is. And I can understand somebody like Game feeling like, nah, I'm a man and I'm cool with them dudes and I can't do it. And if that means I'm out of G-Unit, well, fuck it. I appreciate the opportunity. But I think Game did do a whole lot after that because he was on his best bullshit. And some may say justifiably so. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section.
If I had a machine that could travel through time, I would go back some years with a Mac and a 9, 2 Uzis with a few grenades in my hand, 8Ks, HKs, more Ks than the clan. That's fuck racist. A nigga gonna do against me with a musket. I'm talking about them days they would stone you in public. You probably go back in time to meet Jesus Christ. I'd ask Jesus for help to steal Judas Ice. Amen.
You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.